Ever imagine losing it all, like everything, and then bouncing back even bigger in like a matter of months?
Wild, right?
Totally. Well, that's the kind of crazy power a killer offer can have, and that's exactly what we're diving into today.
We're dissecting $100 offers by Alex Hormozi. Get ready to unlock some serious secrets.
This isn't just some theoretical stuff.
No way.
These are battle-tested strategies, straight from a guy who built a multi-million-dollar empire from scratch.
What's really cool is how down-to-earth his advice is. It's like he's speaking directly to, anyone who's ever struggled to sell anything.
Right. Okay, so let's get into it. His story is pretty wild. Loses everything, right? Life savings, cleaned out by his business partner.
Brutal.
The worst. But then he manages to build this massive business empire. What turned it all around?
An irresistible offer. That was his secret weapon. But, and this is a big, but even the best offer in the world won't work without the right market.
He's going to have people who actually want what he's selling.
Exactly. He talks about finding a starving crowd, people who are desperate for the solution you offer.
Okay, so it's kind of like, remember the great toilet paper shortage of 2020?
Oh, yeah.
People were paying crazy prices for it, and nobody needed convincing. They were desperate.
Exactly. That's a perfect example. A hungry market, it can sometimes be even more important than a perfect offer. Remember Lloyd from the book?
The newspaper software guy?
Yeah, great product, but the market was, well, dying. But then he pivots to selling masks during the pandemic.
Smart move.
Right. He tapped into this booming market and bam, business exploded. So the lesson here...
Know your market.
100%. It's as crucial as crafting the offer itself.
So like they always say, timing is everything.
Truth.
But getting back to those irresistible offers, what really struck me was Hormozi's focus on value. It's not about being the cheapest. It's about being the best.
Totally. He talks about this shift, right? From a price-driven mindset to a value-driven one.
And that's where those irresistible offers come in.
Absolutely. I mean, he had this software company, right? Charged, get this, 32 times more than his competitors, and people happily paid it.
32 times. That's ballsy.
It was ballsy, but they were blown away by the value. They saw the results and knew it was worth every penny.
So how do we create that kind of value? How do we make people see our offers as must-haves, not just nice-to-haves?
He's a huge believer in this idea of premium pricing.
So charge more.
Not just charge more. Think of it as a virtuous cycle. Charging more lets you reinvest in your business, deliver a better experience, and make a bigger impact overall.
So it's a win-win. You make more, and your customers get more.
Exactly. He uses this example, this photography business, right? They increased their prices like 5 times. Profits went through the roof, obviously. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Customer satisfaction, it skyrocketed. And they were able to give back to their community even more through charity.
Wow. So charging a premium actually helped them do more good in the world.
Exactly. It's not about being greedy. It's about charging what you're worth and using your success to make a real difference.
It's about creating that ripple effect of positive outcomes.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do we actually create that kind of value? Like, what are the magic ingredients of an irresistible offer, according to Hormozi?
He breaks it down into 4 key drivers, what he calls the Grand Slam offer. These are the levers you pull to make your offer incredibly valuable, like off the charts.
Okay, the Grand Slam offer, 4 key drivers. Lay it on me.
So the first one is all about tapping into your customers' deepest desires, their dream outcome. What do they really want? Like, what's that ultimate goal they're picturing?
Not just the product, but the transformation it brings.
Exactly. It's like, think about buying makeup. It's not about needing another lipstick.
It's about feeling prettier, more confident.
Yes. They're buying the dream of feeling more beautiful, more confident. You got to tap into those emotional drivers.
To paint a picture of their best selves and then
show them how your offer gets them there.
Love it. What's next?
Okay. Driver number 2, perceived likelihood of achievement. Basically, it's about trust and credibility.
Can you actually deliver on what you're promising?
Exactly. It's not enough to just talk a big game. You got to back it up. Evidence, testimonials, a track record of success. That's the stuff that builds belief.
Show, don't tell.
100%. Like, imagine you need surgery, right? With the surgeon who's done thousands of successful procedures or the one fresh out of med school.
Experience wins every time.
Right. People value proven results. It's about minimizing their risk.
Okay, driver number 3. What do we got?
Time delay. This one's huge because, let's face it, we're kind of wired for instant gratification.
We want it all, and we want it now.
Exactly. The faster they see results, the more appealing your offer becomes.
Makes sense. Time is money.
Right. And sanity. It's our most valuable resource. Think about it, weight loss. You could diet and exercise, which, let's be real, takes time and dedication, or...
Liposuction.
Yeah.
Faster, but obviously more expensive.
And yet people are willing to pay a premium for that speed and convenience. The perceived value goes way up.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. What's the last driver?
This one's all about making things easy. Effort and sacrifice.
Minimize the work involved.
Exactly. The less effort, the more appealing it becomes. Think back to the weight loss example. Liposuction. Way less effort than hitting the gym and saying no to pizza every day.
True, true. But those are just like concepts. How do we put them into practice? How do we actually create an offer that incorporates these 4 drivers?
So Hormozi, he's big on really understanding your customers' pain points. Like, what are their struggles? What are those things that keep them up at night?
Get inside their heads.
Yeah, empathize with them. He uses this example in the book, A Weight Loss Program, and he breaks down like every obstacle people face when they're trying to lose weight.
Okay, so what does he say?
He talks about lack of time to cook healthy meals, struggling with temptation, like, those late night cravings, even just battling low motivation. He goes deep on it.
He's painting a picture of the struggle.
Exactly. But here's where it gets good. Once you identify those pain points, you got to flip them into solutions, like irresistible solutions.
Okay, I'm listening.
So in that weight loss program example, each of those obstacles, he addresses them head on within the program itself. Pre-made meals eliminate cooking, accountability systems, that's for motivation and support. You're basically creating this comprehensive solution.
Instead of a quick fix, it's more like we've got you covered.
100%. And to really explore all those angles, he's got this cool tool he calls the delivery cube.
A delivery cube. Okay, I'm intrigued. What is that?
So it's basically a brainstorming tool. It forces you to think outside the box when it comes to delivering value to your customers.
Give me an example.
Okay, so let's say you have a coaching program. The delivery cube, it makes you think, okay, how else can I deliver this? Can I offer it online? Can I do group coaching, one-on-one? It's about getting creative with your delivery methods.
I like it, thinking beyond the obvious.
And one thing he really stresses is the power of one-to-many solutions. These are things you create once, like an online course or a template, but they can be delivered to like tons of customers.
Maximum impact, minimal effort.
Right. He talks about this time early in his career. He spent hours creating this personalized meal planning tool in Excel. It was a big time investment up front.
But once it was done,
he could generate custom meal plans for clients in minutes.
Smart. He turned a time-consuming task into an asset. Okay, so we've got a killer offer, addresses all the pain points, but let's be honest.
Sometimes you need a little extra something to really sweeten the deal.
Bonuses. Yeah, those little extras that make all the difference. How does Hormozi use them?
He's got this whole philosophy about it. He says, instead of just having one big offer, break it down, right?
Okay.
And then you present those components as bonuses. Like psychologically, it just feels like more.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Creating that too good to pass up feeling.
Yeah.
So what kind of bonuses are we talking about?
Get creative, checklists, templates, maybe you record a workshop, even negotiate discounts with other businesses.
It's all about adding value.
Exactly. And the more relevant it is to your audience, the better. But creating that irresistible offer, there's more to it than just piling on the value. You got to deal with those hesitations people have.
You mean like objections?
Yeah, exactly. And that's where guarantees come in, that safety net that gives people the confidence to actually buy.
So true. A good guarantee can be a game changer.
Tell me about it. Hormozi talks about this marketing expert, Jason Fladlien. This guy has seen offer conversions double, even quadruple, just by changing the guarantee.
No way. That's huge. So what kind of guarantees work best?
Well, you've got your classic money-back guarantee. Everyone knows that one. But there are also conditional guarantees, service-based, performance-based. Hormozi even talks about this thing called an anti-guarantee.
An anti-guarantee. Now, that sounds interesting. What is that?
So basically, you're saying your product or service, it's so exclusive, so valuable, that all sales are final. No refunds.
It's like, this is top tier. You're not going to want a refund anyway.
Exactly. It's bold. Hormozi says use it when you're revealing like really secret information or if it's a high-ticket service.
Makes sense. It adds to that feeling of exclusivity. Okay, so we've got all the pieces in place. But even with all that, a great offer can still flop if it doesn't have a good name.
You're preaching to the choir. The name, it's crucial. Hormozi, he's got this whole formula for it.
Hit me with it.
3 things. Urgency, be specific, and use what he calls a unique container word. Something catchy, memorable.
So instead of just like weight loss program, it's...
The 21-day total body transformation system. Something like that.
I like it. It's like branding, but for your offer.
Right. A good name, it grabs attention, but even then, you gotta give people that little push, that feeling of, I gotta get this now.
Scarcity, right? Limited time offers, all that jazz.
Bingo. Hormozi loves that stuff. He says sometimes less is more. Like, he tells the story about this charity event. Tickets were $25,000 a piece.
Wow. Steep.
Right. But they intentionally limited the number of tickets, created that fear of missing out. They made millions because everyone wants what they can't have.
That's wild. So how do we use that ethically, though? We don't want to be sleazy about it.
For sure. It's got to be genuine. Hormozi talks about using things like rolling cohorts for programs, seasonal urgency, maybe a price deadline. He calls some of them exploding opportunities, like they're gone before you know it.
Clever. Well, we've covered a lot today. We talked about the Grand Slam offer, the 4 drivers of value, crafting irresistible solutions, bonuses, guarantees, naming, even scarcity. It's a lot.
It's a masterclass in offer creation.
It really is. So what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from all of this?
That creating an irresistible offer, it's a process, you know? It takes work, experimenting, and you got to really understand your audience. But the most important thing, create something truly valuable, something that solves a real problem.
It's about making a difference, not just a quick buck.
100%.
This has been awesome. So until next time, keep those offers coming.